Tim, can we just talk about Boris Johnson's leadership style? Because that's something else that Dominic Cummings has criticised today. This whole idea that he doesn't like to have difficult conversations, that he'll say, let's just take it offline and then shout forward to victory, do a thumbs up and sort of march out the room, Mr. Positive. You advised him for a short time. Is that what your experience was?
There is an element of it, but you don't always, I think people, I don't know what you're like in meetings, Dan, with, sort of behind the scenes when you're planning programs like this. But my experience of Boris Johnson is a lot of what he says, in meetings is a sort of a very much a thought process going on in his brain at that time. He's not, some of the things he says, he hasn't actually made conclusions. He's taking positions in order to provoke reactions from people in the meetings. You don't get to be Prime Minister, you don't get to be a successful politician as Boris Johnson without actually having a big brain. And the big thing I would say about Boris Johnson, the one thing people always get wrong about him is they underestimate him. He is probably the most successful politician in the Western world at the moment. I resigned from his working for him in protest at the power that Dominic Cummings had. I'm not a universal uncritical defender of Dominic Cummings or Boris Johnson, but Boris Johnson is a lot wiser than people give him credit for. Just because he has his hair messy, just because he tells jokes, actually there's a deep consistency to his thinking. And despite what Sam has just said, we've had an incredible vaccine success in Britain. There's lots of things that this government has done right on COVID. Yes, it's made mistakes. Show me a government in the world that hasn't made mistakes. But don't for a minute think that Boris Johnson doesn't get up every single day thinking how he protects people from this virus. I think lockdown should have been ended. I'm with you on that, Dan. But let's not judge the Prime Minister too harshly. He's absolutely trying to save British lives.